Hey YouTube, I think these are the last two unique Pokemon on my teams that I haven't run yet, and the rest of them going forward will probably be Pokemon that I have run. So I have not tested Carbink and Tropius yet. Have done Cofagrigus in my last video yesterday, I think. But Carbink I haven't run, Tropius I haven't run. So both of them, Carbink is very highly ranked in this meta. And I don't know why, or I just don't think it's as highly ranked as I think it's overranked given the state of the meta, right? Because if you looked at my top teams video, I said how there's like 4 or 5 typings dominating. There is water, like Feraligatr and Quagsire, so you lose to that. There's flyers. You should beat the majority of flyers. Maybe Gligar's a little trickier, but you should beat the majority of flyers. There are steals, which just wall every single move, so you lose to every single steal. There is fighters, which unless you're landing Moonblast, fighters resist the rock. So they're going to do neutral against you with fighting, and then their charge moves are like Shadow Ball off with Annihilate and stuff like that, so they do well against you. So I was like, I don't know. I'll test it, but given the state of the meta seems to be a lot of steals and fighters and mud boys and stuff like that, like I don't know about that. So that's why I put in Tropius. Because one of your main, so if you have a Magnezone on lead, it's very, 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 very tough. But outside of that, like your other main steal is Ferrothorn, so you actually do very well with Tropius. You have a lot of the fighters which you use super effective against. You have the flyers, which is kind of neutralish. There's waters, which you obviously get super effective against. So I think it was a good Pokemon. I didn't love it, and I think that comes down to Air Slash as the fast move. It's not a good fast move. So let's look at it in action. Great lead. Out is your first Ferrothorn, and here is, again, the answer to it. So you're doing neutral with the Air Slashes. They're doing resisted with the Bolt Seed. Powered was resisted, so they have to go, at best, Flash Cannon or Thunder. And as you saw there, Thunder does not even do 40%. So you will very easily live a second Thunder here. And with neutral Air Slashes and neutral Aerial Ace, you will very easily take this matchup. So it's a very, very, very nice answer to Ferrothorn, which there is a decent amount out there. Right? So they'll get off a second Thunder here. That is fine. I think that you should be able to get off a third Aerial Ace before they get off. Maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like they get off the third Thunder. That's fine. At this point, I'm coming Cofagrigus because, again, shield advantage. I can shield here now probably because Power Whip is very, very hard hitting. But coming out with like a Shadow Ball is fine, quite honestly, because Shadow Ball is going to chip. Yeah, Shadow Ball is going to chip everything. So another good lead here. They're just staying in. Again, they have Drill Run, which is super effective. So it's not totally staying in here for no reason. Unfortunately, Carbink is very tanky. Again, that is going to do less than 40%. So I should be able to live a second one. I have now a super effective Rock Slide. They shield. Even if they get a second one off here, I'll live. And I should probably get to the second Rock Slide before they get to a third Drill Run. Yeah, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So now you either go down 2 shields or you go down 1 shield and lose Switch. And that's kind of like, both are not great situations to be in. Out comes Sableye. So I'll probably just stay in here because I don't want to come in with, I don't want Cofagrigus locked on this, right? And they have double ghost in the back. So I like the double ghost strategy. I'm trying to triple, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to bring it to you. So I'm trying to triple ghost strategy. Cofagrigus, Sableye, and Jellicent. And I'm like, because there's no normal and there's only 1 dark in Mandibuzz. And I've done 4 matches with it and I've run into 2 Mandibuzz so far. So I'm just like, maybe I put in like Frostlass to do a triple ghost so at least Frostlass can hit for super effective. But I was just like, really? There's only 1 dark in this thing and I saw it on 2 out of the 4 teams. Anyways, Tropius able to take that out. Shield out the first one. Could be foul play. Could be, I think they have enough for return. But either way, Tropius is very, very, very tanky. So even if they land a return here, it's not going to take me out. So I should be able to Leaf Blade and Air Slash the rest of this to take it out here. So that Air Slash will go through and register as long as this return doesn't take me out, which I believe. Oh, it's just a foul play. Return maybe have taken me out from that range if a foul play does that much. But foul play stab and return's not. That was always a tricky one. Okay, this match is interesting. Poison neutral, rock neutral, brine super effective but a crap move. Rock side neutral, outpacing there. So it's one of those like, if brine was able to move, this would be a bad matchup, but it's not a good move, right? Like that's pathetic. So I'm just outpacing. Rock throw and rock slide are doing better than the poison jabs and the brine, and that just comes down to the bulk of Carbink and just the crappiness of brine. So I'm able to take a second one here. Question is, are they going to get to a third one before I take them out with the rock throws? And they do. So they were just over farming. I'm trying to keep switch here. It's not that switch is super important. It's a little important because if I see like an ice or something, steel's like a 2 answers for, so I'm not just going to stay in. There's your Mandibuzz. So yeah, flyers are still a little tricky for the back line. I mean, not flyers. Mandibuzz is a little tricky for the back line because it's got the flying and the dark. Flyers in general, Cofagrigus can handle. Any ice, I would come with Tropius. No, I would not come with Tropius. I would come with Cofagrigus. Any waters, obviously Tropius. Oh. Excuse me. I'm on. Well, right now I'm only on day like 7, but when this airs, I'll be on day, I think this is going up on Monday. I'll be on day 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm on 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Monday will be day 10 of solo parenting. So Mandibuzz getting off the aerial aces, and now Steelix with advantage is just going to just take me out here. So once this eventually goes down, I was enjoying this league more than the Open. I still think it's better than the Open because I still just hate that Whiscash, Skarmory, Annihilate core there with like adding some Gligar. So it seems like there's more options here, but there are just limited team comps and limited like Pokemon, right? You got your 3 or 4 Steels and Steelix and Empoleon and Ferrothorn and sometimes and Magnezone. You got your water and Feraligatr and Quagsire. You got your flyers and Mantine and Mandibuzz, and just like it's so limited. I'm hoping here that I can just grab a shield or just chip this very low, because they're just gonna farm up, which is okay because these rock throws are adding up on a Feraligatr. I've already grabbed a shield too. So I'll go down here, come in Tropius, and basically hope that I can just shield an Ice Beam and farm down the rest. Would be ideal. Hydro Cannon bait, so now it's a little trickier. I think I'm going to have to shield here. Or I think it's a Hydro Cannon. Maybe Dan knew what was going on at the time. Get a Leaf Blade off, double super effective ice, so I'm going to get out of here immediately after, but it was just a nice chip there. Super effective chip. Dugong. I've only used Dugong once, but every time I've gone against it, I'm like, oh, this thing's so annoying. Maybe I should go back to Dugong. Let me know in the comments below. I'm at that point, unless I find a team on the weekend that I just want to run with. Yeah, let me know in the comments below if there is a team or Pokemon that you are running with in particular that I should try, that I've either already tried or should try moving forward. They do not shield the Shadow Ball, the Foul Play, which is kind of annoying. But that's kind of okay because at this point, I think it's basically fast move damage range, but I forget how much energy I have on Tropius. So let's just throw this move. Maybe I have energy there. I'm going to force them to throw. But they maybe just be an air slash range if I don't have a move. So we'll see what comes out of this. Super effective there. Boost. Have a move coming out. I'm sort of laughing in a "Are you effing kidding me?" way. Let's just set up this next matchup. Terrible lead, probably Kafagrigas. And get hit with the Pelipper, which is not terrible. These weather balls do come pretty quick, though. I'm probably just going to bait because they're likely to shield and try and keep switch. I was in a matchup against an Annihilate. And what was I using that I lowered its attack? Something that Night Slash did neutral to. I forget what Pokemon I was using, but I lowered its attack by 1 stage. It then proceeded to throw a Night Slash and double boost, so now it's 1 ahead. Throw a second Night Slash, double boost, it's now 3 ahead. Throw a Night Slash, double boost, or single boost, because that's the highest you can go. Go 4 times attack. I have never seen a Pokemon double boost 3 times in a row like that. And I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. And they like essentially soloed my team because of that. They just like double shielded it and then like got off like a non-stab Night Slash that did like 90% of some of my health. It was so annoying. I know this is part of the game. It's funny because I played. This has actually, again, this is just, we're 11 minutes in. Let's start talking off-topic stuff here. Although I've already probably done that for a bit. For those of you who've been around for the channel, know that I've only played Pokemon Red and Pokemon Gold. And Yellow if you count that. But Pokemon Red and Pokemon Gold. And then I haven't played anything after that. Yeah, maybe I played a bit of like a 3rd generation one, but otherwise not much there. I did not understand first of all, I didn't understand typings. Like, because the first the first Elite Four member in Red is all the Ice team, but I didn't know that Ice did super effective against, like fighting did super effective against Ice. So like I never really actually knew. If you've been around this channel, I still don't know all the typing matchups, but I didn't know the majority of the typing matchups. The second thing that I didn't know is how much like a move like Feather Dance or stuff like that, the true effect on your opponent. And it's very obvious when you're playing GBL that like when you Feather Dance and they lower your attack by 2, how significant that is. And same thing when a Giratina used to boost their defense and attack in Master League, or when you get that double Night Slash boost, how much of a difference it makes in these matchups. I never understood or appreciated that in that, because again, when you're playing the old games, it's that sort of 4 option, each person gets a turn system, right? So if you're spending one of your 4 turns using a Feather Dance, it's just like, that's not doing anything. I just want to do damage. But now, having played this, I truly appreciate the sort of the strength of these moves, or the frustration of having to go against something that gets double boosted and stuff like that. And these double boosts and single boosts, like they've had to modify Pokemon multiple. Like they changed Ancient Power a couple seasons ago because it was the same thing. If Giratina or Togekiss in the Master League got that boost to both the defense and attack, like the game was over essentially. So they changed it to so it wasn't, because it was a double boost, right? It was a double boost to your attack and defense, and they changed it to a single because it was just like it was overpowered. So yeah, now I guess we see it a lot more with the Scald, right? We saw it with the Zap Cannon that they had to nerf because Zap Cannon doing 100% lowering of the attack, and the Scald, everyone continues to complain about Scald. I'll be interested to see if they modify Scald next. I guess we're like 2 weeks away from a new season and move updates, so there's the potential for a Scald nerf or buff. Not buff, friggin' not buff. There's potential for a Scald nerf coming up. And I and others have been calling for like water nerfs for like seasons now, because you have like 20 of the top 35 Pokemon are water Pokemon. Like we gotta switch this up. So I'm wondering if they're gonna nerf Scald this time around. They didn't nerf it last time, but it took us talking about Zap Cannon for seasons before they nerf Zap Cannon. So maybe they're just really behind the, what's the saying, behind the 8 ball there, or whatever the saying is. How much they have left? They have 2 shields, and they have a, here comes a Skull that's going to do over 50% and potentially lower my attack. Scald 50% and no lowering of the attack. So no lowering the attack means that I'm more likely to bait here, especially when they have 2 shields. Although the bait between Foul Play and Dark Pulse. Oh my god, it's Dark Pulse. Okay. I mean, we're 16 minutes into the video, so 1,000,000% people have already commented and left already, being like, why is it Foul Play? I will say, sorry, again, this is just completely random. So I put a video on Friday being like, I'm going to rant about Master League. Here's the rant. And 95% of the comments are positive, being like, I agree. And then there's a couple comments being like, let me get them up here. There's 2 negative comments. 3 if you count like the sub comments. The first one's like, we've been given all the opportunities to get the necessary mons for Master League. Basically, you just choose not to grind them and then bitch about it. I'm like, well, no. If you watch the video, I clearly explain, like, I like the grind. There's 2 issues with the grind. There's the money part of the grind, and then there's the time part of the grind. And I go over that in my video, so they clearly didn't watch it. And then the same thing. The second comment was, I can't play Master League. Literally have a hundo maxed Lugia, Palkia, Dragonite, Metagross, Groudon, Rayquaza, Garchomp, Ursaluna, and Mewtwo. Crimea River. And then someone in the comments was like, did you not watch the video? Because in the video, he had clearly defined that his Groudon is not maxed, his Palkia is not maxed, and his Mewtwo is only level 14 attack. And that was like one of my main things I talked about. Was like, I've been playing since like 2018, and I don't have the XLs for Groudon, and I don't have the XLs for Palkia, and then this new Palkia came out, and I don't have the XLs for that. It's like, that was one of my main arguments. Like, did you not watch? Did you read the title and just comment? Like, what is happening here? So it's just funny. So yeah, I know people don't. If you actually watch like the analytics of a video, let me see if I can pull one up. Sorry, this is very sidetracked. I just find it very funny. I wonder if I can watch the analytics of it. No, it usually takes a couple days to know that on a video. Let me look at one of past ones. Okay, when did I post this my card go? That was just yesterday. I think I need a couple days. Okay, let's just go this Shadow Giraffe. Analytics. Watch time. Here we go. So video, it shows you the retention graph. And my retention graph is actually pretty similar. They have a typical retention and they have retention for a video. And it always follows the same amount. So immediately at the what's the quickest they show? 11 seconds. After 11 seconds, so let's just say there's 100 people. 100 people click on my video. Out of the 100 video, after 11 seconds, there's still 81 people left. After 34 seconds, there are 65 people left. And then basically there seems to be pretty, like, it seems like once you get to like a minute, it's just a very slow grind down. So my typical retention is like, you basically drop a percent every 30 seconds, we'll call it. So like you have like 63 people out of 100 still there after a minute 8. And after 3 minutes, you have 55 people. And after 5 minutes, you have 50 people. And after 7 minutes, you have 45 people, right? So you're losing like 5 people every like couple minutes. And then by the ending, after a 18-minute video, there are still 16 of you left watching. So right now, 20 minutes in, if 100 people started this video, 16 of you are still here watching this video almost no matter what. And it's that distribution is very, very, it was the same on this draft video and it's the same on every video. So you have like the people who come right away and do 2 things. They either come right away and just, this is not for me, and click off. Like they were either expecting something else or they just like, this team doesn't interest me. I'm not wasting my time or I'm bored after like 10 seconds. That is how people get out of the way. Or they're like, this team does interest me, but I just want to see the team, see the 3, and then go play myself. And that happens a lot too. They just see the team and they go play. And then the rest of the people will stay to at least see a few matches. And then it's slowly like, once they're like, okay, I get it. I get how you use the team. Then it slowly trickles off. So it's very funny when I post like a 20-minute rant video where, this is why I can't see the statistics yet because it just came out like 2 hours ago. So I can't see the statistics yet because that'll take like a day or 2. But it's the same sort of thing. Like the comments there are like, you were clearly one of the people who were here for a minute and left, and they commented and then left, because the whole discussion of the video was why I can't grind. Like the issues about the money to grind, the issues about timing to grind, the issues about the Excel and what they're doing and haven't done in the, like, I discussed that over a 26-minute video, and it's clear these people just like saw like 30 seconds of video and commented and then left. So it's always funny. Again, I tend not to, I usually just laugh it off. Like, again, we are just getting into very YouTube-y stuff here. Like, almost all my videos are very, very, very positive. In fact, that Master League rant one has 106 likes at this time after 3 hours. 106 likes, 96.4% like to dislike ratio. And that's like kind of average for my thing. I usually have a bit higher. Like my double ghost team, 99%. My cargo, 98%. Giraffe, 97.7%. 98, like 98 to 97 is the general. This one's a 95 best Ultra League teams. When you maybe get like more search traffic, if they don't like the teams, they'll just lower it. But some videos have 100%. Like my Kofagrigus is low-key strong in the Great League, has 145 likes to 0 dislikes, 145%, like 100%. So I think it's like almost always positive. And then there's like a couple negative comments that don't usually like, they don't bother me. Even the ones that like, again, I'm mostly just laughing these off because they clearly just like did not watch the video. They just like commented for the sake of commenting without watching the video. So like that doesn't bother me. Even some of the people who are like, why are you such a bad battler? Like, who was it? Someone on my top teams video. I forget the exact comment because what happened was, sorry, this is hilarious. Someone posted, Zionic posted my Togedemaru team. Togedemaru, Mandaba's Gligar team. And he posted it on his channel, and some of one of my subscribers used that, copied the team, and sent him their battles. So I commented on this. I'm like, oh, look, it's the team I put out like the first day on Saturday. Being like, okay, like thanks Zionic for showcasing some hello subscriber for showcasing my subscribers battle. But like this is my team. And one of the comments in my video was like, I saw you posted on Zionic's video about the person that used your team. They were actually a way better battler with the team than you are, because they know how to like count moves and do energy management and stuff. I'm just like, I laugh because I'm like, yeah, that's true. Like everyone knows I've hit legend how many straight times? Like 14, 16 times, 16 straight times. But everyone knows my flaws. Like I don't count, I don't energy manage, I don't optimize move properly. Like I could be way, way, way better. So it's kind of funny to be like, yeah, you're actually not a good battler. Anyways, those types of comments, I just laugh. Like I don't like, No, they don't bother me. They honestly don't bother me. It's fun. It's fun. Like call me out on my stuff. Like I always call people out on their stuff, so call me out on my stuff. It's funny. Yeah. Anyways, that is it. Very random, but hope you enjoyed. What was this video? Anyways, have a good day. See you guys in the next one.